Hello and welcome back to UniversalGiant Plays The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest. Off screen, I did a little bit of checking, and I see that if you shoot the torch from over where I started, you will get a little head start on collecting the rupees. A head start that you will desperately need if you want to complete this part. Because, as you saw in the last one, you have very little time to collect these, so you need to be pretty darn sure that you have all the time you need. I think I got this one. No! That's the second time that happened! Darn it, the first time I did it, I was interrupted while I was recording, and that's exactly what happened to a T. I was right in front of it, but I spent too much time lining myself up to make it. I don't know whether or not my first attempt is going to make it or not. But here's attempt number 3. And I'm probably going to do everything in my power not to stop to line myself up, unless it's this really long jump that I'm afraid of messing up. So I guess I'm going to try not to fall off. Well, I shouldn't say guess. I know I don't want to fall off at all. No, that's not going to work. Can I make it? Thank you! The door's open. And hookshot targets raised. Which are helpful because I instantly die. But the door remains open regardless, because we already opened it. Thank goodness. That's probably the one part of this game that I absolutely dreaded doing. So let's see what's in this room. Collect the underwater gems. Probably going... Hello! What the heck are you? Why did... Jellyfish. The jellyfish that we would have used the boomerang for when we were in Jabu Jabu, but we don't have the boomerang since we're adults. That's water. Okay, so we shoot the fire at the web. That'll burn it off. Zora Tunic and Iron Boots are probably going to be helpful in here. As will the hookshot, I bet. So let's get Zora Tunic on, Iron Boots on. Drop in and hope for the best. Oh, great. These things. I don't need... To make matters worse, I've got those things. Let's see if we can shoot them down first. If they stay in one place, I just don't want them bothering me. I've got this thing to deal with, too. Which I never actually showed you, how to beat. When it opens its mouth, you just use the hookshot on it. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do, but apparently it's not going to let me. Hello? What? Ah, screw it. Not worth the effort. If I can't figure out how to do it. Same stuff as before. See if you can use the hookshot targets to line up yourself with the rupees. Damn it! I thought I got rid of you. Where are you? Come back here. There. Basically, you want to line yourself up with the rupees, so you put one between you and the target that you're shooting for. And if you line yourself up properly, which I didn't, this clam is just going to be a pain, because I'm going to land on it every single time I fall. But you want to line yourself up with the target, so that when you shoot to it, you pass through the rupee. Like so. And it's annoying. You could probably also swim around, but I think there's some sort of whirlpool effect in here, and it's much harder than you may think it is. Maybe I do that just for the sake of doing it. But after spending all this time trying to do it this way, I am so sick of you. Why don't you die the way you're supposed to die? There we go. Arrows don't do me any use. So let's see. Probably move a little further to the left. See, the thing is, most of the time if you're in between, if you got the rupee in between, it's hard for you to see where you are relative to the hookshot target. Yeah, there is a whirlpool in here. Even though you can't see it, you can't really control where you're going, which is why you want to use the Iron Boots in the first place. But anyway, We've surfaced. I'll switch on my cooler looking Goron tunic. And we will get what I assume is the final small key we need. Please be a small key. It's a small key. We can be finished with this place. So head back outside. I think if you fell in the lava, you'd wind up just where you left. So hookshot over to the torch. Climb back up the stairs. Make your way into this room. Head over to the right. You will be back in the entrance. I didn't realize how many hearts I lost. I wonder where I lost most of those anyway. Probably just trying to figure out how to get the silver rupees in the lava room. But now for the overly tedious part of making our way through the doors to make it all the way to the center. You know, when I first did this in the original version of the game, it was really satisfying going through the doors one by one, unlocking them with all of the small keys you collected throughout the entire place. It's like, yes, I opened this door, I opened this door, I got this small key, I got that small key. We could finally get this treasure. We could finally get the treasure that we've spent all that time getting. It's all the way in here, all the way in the center. And we get a box. It's a stupid freaking crate. It's a crate. What am I supposed to do with a crate? It's a switch. It's a switch, a rusted switch that we can hit with the Megaton hammer. I wonder what it does. It can't possibly make a treasure chest appear in the room with the purple torches that I showed you earlier, could it? Yes, it most certainly can, and we're going to head all the way there. Finally, we're here, but I don't see a treasure chest. Do you see a treasure chest? It's over here! The treasure chest is over here. I wonder what it could possibly be. The treasure chest at the Gerudo's training grounds, the only unrequired dungeon in the game. The not-so-useful ice arrow! Set it to sea and your arrows will be powered up. If you hit your target, it will freeze. I had no idea it would do that, because they're only ice arrows after all. Arrow magic is granted only those who complete the difficult training of the Gerudos, who use it with pride. The only thing it's useful for is showing off, because it doesn't really give you much help, and considering the fact that you needed the silver gauntlets to get here in the first place, and you'd only be able to use them for the very end of the game, there's not much you can do with it at all, really. I mean, you can only have it for the sake of showing it off. That's it. Doesn't have any real uses, and if it does, please tell me, because I'm very interested in knowing what they are. I've never actually used them for anything. But yeah, that's the Gerudo's training grounds. Assuming I can get myself out of here, we're probably going to end the part of the playthrough at some point and take on... Well, I shouldn't say take on just yet, because you don't know what's coming next, do you? Next, we're going to be heading back to the Temple of Time, because Rauru told us that we had to go back to the Temple of Time and meet somebody who was going to tell us important stuff that we completely ignored, because I didn't want to show you the cutscene before I did this dungeon, because it was so cool. It's actually a lot harder. I actually remembered it to be a lot harder than it turned out to be. It's a little bit disappointing. I mean, except for those silver rupee rooms, I didn't find anything too difficult about this at all. Bit of a drag. Maybe the original version was harder. It's been so much time since I did the original dungeon, I don't remember what it was like. Oh well. We still have some time left, although I don't know how much. So, depending on how much I sped up, I might or might not keep this segment. Although if you're watching this chances are I did, because if I didn't, you wouldn't have been able to watch it anyway. What I'm thinking of doing is heading down into the valley to pick up like a piece of heart or two, because I know there's one behind the waterfall that I always get, which I didn't get for some reason this time. I guess I was too busy rushing through to get dungeons and temples done. But yeah, behind that waterfall is actually a piece of heart. So when Link is done screaming, there's actually a ladder back here, if you can believe it. They put a ladder here, I don't know why. Yes, you can still climb up the ladder at the same speed as you did without the iron boots. So anyway, piece of heart. So far I've collected 2 pieces. Oh well, that's not much help, but it did give us full life. And just in case I included this in the next part of the playthrough, we will go back to the Temple of Time. See you then.